Thanks for coming round. We'll make you laugh before you go. Welcome to the Mermen. Welcome to the show.
What?
I just like looking at you. Why you have that on there?
Why? What is this?
It's like a rack of ribs, I think, and some sausages and some kebabs.
We're on? We're recording?
Yes, sir. All right, right?
Yep.
The most wonderful time of the year. Halloween's the best, is it not?
It is not.
I love it.
Isn't that the other answer?
I
You're asking me if
love
it's
it.
the best. Is it not? I go, it is not.
It's the best. It's just so fun. It's just so fun. People get to dress up and do creative stuff, and
There's
There's
stopping
candy.
you. Nothing stopping you from dressing up the rest of the year.
it's not like, well, no, I mean, you don't have to tell me. I own, these was just like casually in my closet. Like,
Casually?
yeah. I have a closet designated to costumes, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave gave me this. I'm a grill.
It's shocked. I wore that on Let's Make a Deal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was my costume for Let's Make a Deal.
I'm a grill with some sausages. And you are...
Very stuffed. I don't know if this is a taco or a burrito or a gyro.
What are those little Cheetos on there?
Maybe, I don't know.
Is that supposed to be like a shrimp burrito, but the smallest shrimp I've ever seen in my life?
Maybe this is like shredded cheese, maybe?
No, the shredded cheese is below there.
Yeah, but there's like layers. Kind of looks like shredded cheese.
I think you're supposed to be a shrimp burrito, all right? But they made the shrimp way out of proportion for what the size would be.
This is a jumbo burrito or taco burrito or something. I'm stuffed in this thing.
Yeah. You barely got in there.
Now that I think about
tore
it, I think I tore it.
It sounded like you tore it, or when Luis was helping you put it on.
I'm pretty sure my kids got this when they were kids.
Yeah.
I saw it and I go, I can fit in that. And then as I'm putting it on, I'm like, oh yeah, I think my kid got this when he was 8.
Kids when they were kids?
Yeah.
What about when they weren't kids?
Well, they're still kids, but they're teenagers.
So they got it at some point. So when they were smaller.
When they were
Born?
much tinier.
That was their first costume?
Basically, yeah. This was a baby onesie.
Are you going...
Halloween, man.
Your kids still trick or
Happy
treat?
Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
They do.
Shove it.
My Owen will definitely go trick-or-treating with his buddies.
But you don't go with them anymore.
No.
So they're up to no good.
They started...
They're up to some malfeasance.
I don't know. My kids are good kids.
They don't egg anything?
No,
No toilet papering, TPing?
my oldest son,
Egging?
this is what they do now, is if anyone puts like bulky trash out, so like if they find like a random toilet or a couch
Yep.
out on the curb, they think it's funny to take that and then put it on someone's front porch. So they'll like...
They take it out of the bin and put trash?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like... It's a little malfeasance.
Yeah.
So the trash gets spread around.
So then all my buddies' my kids' friends' parents are calling me and like, I'm pretty sure your kid put a toilet on my front porch. Please tell him to come remove it. And then
whole toilet?
Yeah.
Where's he getting that?
They just like, that's what I'm saying. If anytime someone puts like a bulky trash out, like an old stove or something.
You live in the cutest neighborhood of LA. Let me tell you, just the fact that they know it's your son. Like LA is what, 12 million people?
Yeah, well,
it's like a massive city.
You can't get away with anything now. Everyone's got these Ring door cameras and stuff.
Oh, that's what it is. I thought they just knew that's his signature move.
No.
I thought it was his calling card, like the Joker. Like,
Got toileted.
Got some random
We got canned
2x4s here on the porch. Tell your son to come get them. Yeah, that's right. Being a kid now sucks.
Yeah, you get busted all the time.
Yeah, you couldn't do any of this shit. Let me tell you. Have I talked about how bad I was when I was a kid, Halloween?
Well, first of all, the video cameras are bad enough.
Yeah.
But the Facebook pages, like the El Segundo Parent Network is what they call them, and every neighborhood has their version of this. You can't get away with shit. It's like, I saw a kid on a scooter with no helmet, run a stop sign, and was super rude, and blah, blah, blah. And just everyone narcs out all the kids on that Facebook page. If that's your kid, maybe you should talk to him.
Yeah, we used to get up to no good. When I was younger, I would trick or treat, and then as I got older, we would just take as an opportunity to go egging. Which, how did that start? You just threw, I guess, because you can throw them like little footballs. Like,
well, yeah, little.
Did you do that egging?
I'm sure I egged. So we definitely toilet papered. Toilet papering was fun.
We did some egging, which is probably a lot of damage.
Well, if you egg a car,
I think I've talked about this, right? Like,
if you egg a car and then the sun dries it, you messed up their paint for sure.
Yeah. One time we pulled up, and I don't know if I've mentioned this, but we pulled up to a farm stores, which is just a drive-through convenience store, and I don't know if they're anywhere else except South Florida. The farm stores, I know they have other versions of this. And we got like 3 dozen eggs and then like a 6-pack. It's bad. That's bad sale there.
Yeah.
You know what they're up to.
Yeah.
And we went egging.
We're just going to make omelets and get a buzz.
And I believe when I was young that I caused damage to people's property and stuff. And for that, I apologize. But I remember, and again, I don't know if I told the story or not, but I had bought my first car that I got brand new was a Ford F-150 pickup truck. And I had it parked on the street in front of my mom's house. Is when I was, this is my early 20s. And I was sleeping. And I woke up to the alarm going off my truck, and I came out, and these kids were tearing around in a car, and they were just throwing shit at cars. And they threw these things that you put concrete forms together, like metal brackets and stuff, like at my truck, and dented it and scraped the paint up and shit. Yeah. And my mom, like, everyone woke up now, so I ran out. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" You know? And she's like, "We got to call the police, whatever." I'm like, "No, we're not calling the police." And she goes, "We got to report this." But I go, "This has been coming to me for a long time." Man, I was like, "This is like." I really was just like, accepting of the karma. I was like, there's more where this came from. Don't worry. Like, a lot of shit's going to happen. I believe in that karma thing. And, there's a lot of shit that I did that I regret. And I'm like, let's come back to me like threefold, maybe fourfold.
I felt
fivefold.
I felt the same way when I graduated college and I moved back to Miami. And my best bud, Josh, like rollerblading was popular at the time, and he'd gotten some rollerblades, and I'm like, I have some rollerblades, and he's like, let's go. It's good exercise, dude. We're getting old now. We got to like keep in shape, you know.
And he got egged.
And no,
because I would have thrown an egg in. No, this is a rollerblader for sure.
This is more of a karma story. So then we were rollerblading, and this is around the time like jean shorts were also popular. And we're rollerblading around my neighborhood.
This, by the way, is the worst time in history. Rollerblading in jean shorts.
And so it was hot, so we took our shirts off. So we were just 2 shirtless dudes rollerblading down the street for exercise, wearing jean shorts. Yeah. And then there was these teenagers playing basketball, and they stopped, and they just started lacing into us with the insults and laughing at us and mocking us.
Yeah, they should.
And I got mad I was going to go over and fight them on roller skates.
How old were you?
I was like 22.
You're going to fight how old?
They were probably high school kids,
13?
Yeah. But I looked up.
You're going to fight some 13-year-olds?
I looked over at my buddy Josh, and I was like, we deserve this, don't we? And he's like, we should probably just let this go. I'm like, we would have totally done the same thing if us rollerbladed by in the hot sun.
You should recreate this, because I would give a lot of money to see a shirtless Dave Williamson in jean shorts rollerblading fighting teenagers.
I'll do it.
You're too old now.
What do you mean?
You can fight some e-bikers.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Do you have rollerblades still?
My son does. We're the same shoe size.
What the fuck is rollerblade? Rollerblading sucks.
Rollerblading is probably pretty dangerous.
How long do we have to wear this costume?
One episode.
Oh, Jesus. It's like, I can't, like, get to the mic.
Right. It's for your art, bro. Like, I can't feel my ribs.
These sausages are in the way.
We should, from now on, every Halloween episode, we should dress up like this and then just try to have the most serious conversation we can.
We can start today if you want.
Yeah, just really dive into some real serious stuff. Let's talk about war.
No, we're not talking about that right now.
Just dressed up like a taco. Humanitarianism is at an all-time low.
Yeah, let's avoid that subject right now. But
So
we can't speak on that.
My neighborhood, when I was a kid, threw a really good Halloween party. My mom headed up. She was like HOA queen, and the Betty Rigetti, who owns Fuddruckers, she lived on our lake, and we would close down our street, which was a cul-de-sac, and Betty Rigetti would donate all the burger patties, and the dads would sit out there and cook Fuddruckers burgers, basically. And we do bobbing for apple, and there was a costume contest, and then everyone would leave and go trick-or-treating together, a big group around the lake. It was fun.
That's the end of that story?
Yeah, one year I dressed
up.
up.
About war.
One year I dressed up like a mummy, and I used toilet paper, and I wrapped my whole self in toilet paper.
Yeah, that's good.
That costume lasted for 2 houses.
Here's my problem with Halloween, among other things, is I don't like the... okay, when I was younger, the decorations used to be, there would be like a little gravestone maybe, and like some kind of, ghosty ghosts.
Now there's like a 30-foot wolf in people's yards. Is that what you're getting at?
It's too realistic now, and it's too violent. I went to a restaurant last night to watch Monday Night Football, and I got recognized, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was with Jimmy O Yang, who is a famous friend of ours.
Yeah.
Actor and comedian.
Yeah, from Silicon Valley.
It was me and him, and we were watching Monday Night Football, and we're for our fantasy teams, we both lost close games, and then we walked out, and then this girl walked out, and she goes, "Hi, excuse me," and I thought she was going to say something to Jimmy, because I've been with Jimmy many times, and they're like, "Are you Forrest Shaw from the I Don't Know About That podcast?" I was like, "Hey,
not the
Jimmy."
Not the Mermen podcast?
Not the Mermen. Damn. I don't know if she listens to the Mermen.
Hey,
she does. Hi. But, yeah, I thought it was going to be giant. So I don't even know if I was rude. I was thrown off by the whole thing. I 100% thought she was going to say something to Jimmy because he's been in, like, Crazy Rich Asians in Silicon Valley and all sorts of shows, Love Hard. And I was like, yeah, but.
Hey, speaking of which, didn't someone recognize you on the airplane when we were going to Florida?
Yeah.
And they gave you, like, a stack of Chick-fil-A?
I mentioned them on ID Cat. Yeah. On the other podcast. Yeah,
are you gonna share those Chick-fil-A?
I gave some to you and oh.
I don't have any.
Okay, well, I gave some to Jim and Jack.
Oh, cool.
Well, because he said to. It was part of the thing. It wasn't just this podcast. He listens to the ID Cat, and then now.
I don't remember. Luis, do you remember him saying that?
It doesn't ring a bell.
Remember the trip? It was going to be about our chicken sandwiches.
I said, tell me when to pull over. I just used some in Florida. It was good.
Well, could you just give them to me and Luis, and we can use them by ourselves as well, just like you did?
We'll see how many are left. Yeah,
I want to try that new. I want to try the new pimento cheese.
I don't know if you can get that. It says like, anyways, his name. Oh God, am I gonna get his name right? Mike or Mark? I'm not fucking gonna fuck it up. And we're never gonna get any more fucking Chick-fil-A. Yeah, he recognized
Chick-fil-A. If you want to sponsor our podcast,
he recognized you. And I thought he was like mean mugging me. It turns out he was a fan. Gosh, what's his name? Before I get it, I wanted to say it was Mike, but it might be Mark. And if I'm fucking it up. The
funniest is when someone recognizes you, but they don't know anything about you. They're just like, "Hey, aren't you you're the guy that like, do you do comedy?" I go, "Yeah."
Don't you do those things?
And then they don't know anything about your.
Don't you do things? Well, I'm sorry if I fucked up your shit. Yeah, I got some. Some were for desserts. I didn't realize that.
We used to always get those Burger King free Whopper cards when I was a kid because Burger King is headquartered in Miami, and so everyone knew at least one person at at their junior high or high school whose dad worked there and would just get free Whopper cards. That was a big deal.
Okay, so getting back to what I was gonna say is, and I'll find the guy's name in a second. But
thanks, Mark, or maybe Mike.
Sorry, he gave us free stuff. You
got recognized.
Martha Morrison, urban that place. It's right on Los Feliz Boulevard. It's like in Atwater Village.
All right, yeah, sure.
It's pretty good food.
All right.
They got a little happy hour. Anyways, they had so much fucking Halloween shit. There's like people that are, there's a lot of gore. There's like a guy being hung that's swinging around and shit. I'm like, oh. And I don't even mind scary shit and gory shit, but at some point people are like, oh, we can just be at our place of business, can just have a person with a lopped off arm sporting fake blood. And you're like, would you carry some wings or something? I'm like, nah, just keep it mellow. Like, that place is covered head to toe, the Morrison, and fucking too much shit.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. You should have it like where somebody's intestines and entrails are coming out and right by the front door, and you're like interested in a burger.
Yeah. We go pretty hard on the decorations in my house now. I feel guilty when my kids are growing up. We didn't go... in the perfect world, I would love to be in a situation where we could be like the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation house, where my house is just lights
like
and whatever. Just like Christmas lights everywhere.
What is bijou?
You know what it means.
Is that French?
It's a vibe.
Oh, bijou.
But we've done pretty good with Halloween. Like, my son Owen's like the man. He has a crash test dummy because that's
Your
all.
house is fine.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm just keep going.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, where you're going to eat something, I don't need to see someone's intestines.
Yeah. What if they like incorporated it into like the restaurant experience? Like the thing was missing an arm, but that's where the hot sauce came out of, and you would just be like,
No. What, I'm gonna walk with a taco up there and
like
have hot sauce?
throws up verde salsa. Ugh.
Yeah. No.
The zombie does.
I don't think you want that either. This is uncomfortable. This costume. It's riding up.
It's like the simplest. You couldn't have a simpler costume.
That's how much I hate it. Halloween. You couldn't have a simpler one. You could. The Batman mask you brought last year.
I couldn't find it.
So what happens in your yard? Owen goes hard.
Yeah, Owen.
Ham.
Hey, you know what Owen does? He yards hard.
What's that?
That's my new catchphrase. I'm trying.
I know, but I was just kidding. I was trying to pretend like I didn't know.
It's a good catchphrase. I'll make T-shirts.
I thought it was hard
yard. Hard.
I thought it was hard yard.
No, yard hard.
You get the hard yards.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Isn't that a thing?
What?
Someone gets the hard yards?
No. Wait, what?
That's not a saying?
No.
Like in football?
Oh, gets the hard yards.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a sentence someone has said before.
So yours is yard hard, right?
Yeah. That's what I do. I hang out in my yard. I grill, a hammock. I drink beers. I yard hard.
Oh, I thought that was like you get aroused by yard.
Well, no. I mean, that's like a double entendre. Like, I love my yard so much. Maybe there's a little...
You got a little yard hard?
Yeah, a little...
Yeah, look at my lawn.
I got a yard hard on.
Even if you're driving by, look at those shrubs, 90-degree angles. I'm a little yard hard.
That's it.
All right, it's pretty good. I like it.
I like it, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Trademark.
You turn me around.
Trademark.
All right.
Yeah. Owen's just good at it. He decorates, and so he has a crash test. When he was younger, all he wanted for Christmas one year was a crash test dummy. And when you
That's right. I remember that.
When you put in human doll, it's usually not things for kids that pop up.
Yeah.
So we found one. It was really expensive. So he has this stunt dummy that he makes videos and like throws it off the roof and stuff, and he always dresses it up. So for Halloween, and then they have a full skeleton. He wanted that one year too. So he has a full skeleton that he calls Gerald.
Yeah.
It's Gerald and Carl, I think are their names.
I like how Owen's brain works. I'm a fan of it. It's fun.
And so he dresses both. He dresses both of them up for each holiday. He puts them in the front yard and dresses them up.
Yeah. Gerald, and what's the other one?
I think it's Gerald and
Crash test dummy.
Carl, maybe.
Wait, Gerald's the skeleton, and which one's the crash test dummy?
I think Gerald's the skeleton, and I think Carl. I don't know.
Carl, the crash test dummy.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's alliteration.
I can't believe I can't remember that.
You got notes on it?
No, I'm gonna text my wife.
Text my wife. Text my wife. Segment code. Text my wife. Text my wife.
What is the name of our skeleton and our crash test dummy? Question mark.
It's not really yours. It's Owen's.
It's the family's. Part of the family.
Okay. Sounds like it's not a gift then. If it's a gift to him, it's his.
What's his?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the dog was, for the kids, but
no.
it's really all of ours.
Yeah.
Part of the family.
Who's the dog closest to?
Me for sure.
Are you just saying that?
No. Well, you know what was messed up was that we got the dog for the kids, and then the dog definitely identified me as the alpha and just was attached to my hip and loves me the most and follows me around everywhere. And then as soon as the pandemic hit and I was home all the time, then the dog started treating Christy like Christy was the main person in her life and just started. And I'm like, did you only like me because I abandoned you every weekend and then came back and then you were like, oh, you're back. I thought you were gone. And then once I was around, she was like, you're kind of boring.
Well, according to our dog psychology expert episode on IDCat, we're really promoting this other podcast today. Dogs don't. I have that joke. I have a joke, where I say dogs don't really love you as much as you love them.
Yeah.
This whole thing. And it was kind of confirmed because he said that when a dog, like if somebody came to your house and took your dog, just like picked up Gypsy and put it in a car and started driving away.
Well, oh my God, that's the saddest thing you've ever said to me.
If that happened,
I wouldn't rest till I got her
but
back.
she wouldn't be.
Liam Neeson would have nothing on me. You take Gypsy if you want to see Dave Williamson get mad.
No,
I will burn you to the ground.
You're gonna get the dog back. This is just an experiment. So the dog was taken by a person. Like if Gypsy was taken by me,
it's a terrible experiment. I will murder you for it.
Just temporarily in the car. Gypsy is not thinking about you or your family. At all.
You're a liar.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say this. This is our dog expert who just does this for a living. So this is dog psychology expert we're talking about. And
She would cry human tears.
Lynn Bokey, that was our guy, helped me with Arnie. And he said that when the dog does not stop, after about 10 minutes, the dog isn't thinking about you guys anymore. The dog is, what is going on in this current situation? And so how am I going to adjust to this? Like, this is what is going on. Because, that dogs live in the moment. That's why we like dogs so much, right?
First of all, that guy's full of shit. Second of all, that kind of happened when we went out of town. And,
yeah, for sure.
And we went to go pick her up from the family that was dog sitting, and she was like, happy to see us. And then we're like, all right, let's go home. And she was like, I'm just going to stay here for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they had a dog that she liked, and she doesn't like many dogs. And so she was like peas in a pod with this other dog.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right.
But as soon as you got her back to the house, and then she saw the house and then recognized that, and
she remembered she loves us more than anyone else on earth. And yeah,
she looked at that place and recognized, and so there's more to what he said and stuff, but that's kind of what my joke was, anyways. And it's like, people don't want to believe that; they want to believe that they're, but that's why dogs are better than us, because they think that way and they're able to stay within the moment and just be present. And we're not able to do that most of the time.
I don't know. I think
I
think loyalty is better. Loyalty is what makes you better, not being in the moment and being a cold-hearted bitch.
You just finished saying that you leave her a lot and go out of town.
Well, I do. I work.
So what about your loyalty?
I have to buy her food and provide her shelter. I'm a man.
She'll be fine.
My wife says, I think the skeleton is Gerald and Carl is the dummy. Gerald and Carl. And my kids named them when they were like 6.
Gerald and Carl.
We should write
We should call him. We should call Carl.
Okay. His phone hasn't been working.
What's your phone number, Louise? Booyah! Roasted Halloween style.
You just called
because you're dumb. Get it? If we call you, you're the dummy.
You've been sizzled.
We should do a roast battle. Just wear this.
That joke was a slow burn, that one.
Hey, I love these barbecue puns, guys. You see how fun barbecue puns are? You've been kebab.
Hey, what are those shrimps on you or your penis?
Oh, skewered.
Skewered, roasted, sizzled. Sign me up at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, well done.
Did you ever do? You did a roast, right?
I did a roast.
You did the one against Kelsey Cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, they asked me to do that. I'm like, I'm not roasting a woman. It's a losing proposition, right?
It was
there.
the dumb.
Especially one that we're friends with Kelsey, but not like super close. But if you're really close with a woman, then I could do it because I could dig in. But otherwise, I'd feel like
I didn't understand that. I didn't at the time because this was years ago. I didn't understand that was the point. Is that you really dig in?
Yeah. What are you talking about? It's a roast.
I just didn't know. I just thought it was being clever, So Kelsey called me and was like, hey, would you like to battle me at roast battle? I think you'd be a fun person to do it with and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. I'm like, Kelsey's my friend and it'll be fun to do that with you. Sure.
Oh, so you wrote nice stuff.
I talked to some of my buddies and was like,
JK after each joke.
I mean, I thought I was going hard, but then she actually did go hard.
You got some intel on Kelsey? Is that filmed?
That's the problem, is that I didn't get intel. I just talked about what I already knew about. And so we get there, and they ask you at the beginning, and they go, hey, Kelsey, why'd you want to battle Dave? And Dave, why'd you want to battle Kelsey? Whatever. And so my answer was, I go, well, I'm kind of a comic that's on the cleaner side normally, and I just wanted an excuse to use the word cunt on stage. And the place died laughing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, man, I got them in the palm of my hand, right? Yeah. And then, Jeff Ross was like, whoa, we got the dirty Brian Regan here, and like everyone's I'm like, dude, that's how you win is you get
this in the belly room at the Comedy Store.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's how you get it going, right? So then my first joke, I go first, and I'm like, let me ride this wave.
Who were the judges?
It was Jeff Ross and I don't remember, to be honest. Maybe the Sklar brothers or something like that.
Yeah, there's always some. They usually sometimes have celebrities up there.
Yeah.
In that little.
I don't think there was anyone too crazy.
And Brian Moses was hosting it.
Yeah.
Okay. We painted the picture. Here we go.
So then my first joke was just something like, Kelsey does makeup tutorials. Just proves that you can put makeup on a pig, but you can't make it funny, or it was something like that, right? Mm-hmm. I thought it was clever the way I changed the saying.
It's not bad. I mean, that maybe you said it different, but that's not bad.
And then got some giggles, whatever. And then she comes up and she goes, mind you, this is like 6 or 7 years ago, right? Mm. She comes up and she goes, Dave's biological father left him when he was a baby. So even from birth, he's been walking the room. And I just went, oh my God. I go, and that wasn't like a public thing that like anyone knew about me.
Where did you get that info? Yeah.
I looked at her and I go, why? And she's like, huh? And then I go,
it was like the room saw you get wounded too. It was like, he's down.
I literally it came such out of left field. And then I look at her and I go, how'd you know that? and she leans over and she goes, I listened to every podcast you've ever been on.
She did the research.
Yeah. And I go, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't even know I'd ever spoken about that on anything. Like I had no.
Wait, there's the conversation you had on stage after that?
Like I know, like in the moment, I leaned over. I was like, "What the?" And so then I like brought my next one up, and I was like, "Kelsey's on tour with Jim Norton. She probably slept with him to get that job or something." And then. And then she's like, Dave shit his pants when he was 6 at school. And I was like, oh my God, you're telling
She's very specific.
Yeah. I was like,
yours were just like weak, stereotypical. Yeah.
I got buried. She buried me.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Like I didn't even let them vote. I was just like, yeah, you can just. She just crushed me.
We should have a re-roast between you and Kelsey.
Oh, I'll be ready this time. Kelsey Cook.
If you guys don't know Kelsey Cook, check her out. She's a very funny comedian, and she's a foosball expert on our podcast as well.
All right, wait here. I'll talk shit.
You should have done some foosball jokes. You didn't do any foosball jokes?
Wait, I probably did a foosball joke. Yeah. I'll do the let me talk shit, and then you do the sizzle sound as my hype man. Ready?
Okay.
All right. Hey, Kelsey Cook, do you want to do a rematch of the roast battle? Because this time you're gonna get roasted.
Sounds like a snake.
Hey, Kelsey, you want to get skewered?
Actually, I wouldn't say that to a woman, what you just said.
Oh, really?
Skewered sounds bad. You want to get skewered?
Hey, Kelsey, I apologize. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Congratulations on all your success.
I think you should do it again.
All right. I'm going to do it.
Call up Brian.
Okay.
They still do the roast battle, right?
I think so.
I don't know. Seems like that. I don't know. In COVID, I guess they had to stop it, but seems like it should be back. If I was going to do it, I would do it against Al Jackson. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Not that he wouldn't be like a good opponent, but I know so much stuff about him that, just like you just said, I know some deep cut.
Yeah.
Stuff that would probably get him fired from his TV show.
Exactly. I was going to say, it wouldn't behoove either of you guys.
I'm just kidding. You Daily Blast Live. Anybody's watching, nothing. He's a perfect guy. Perfect gentleman. Roasted. But I think we should set this up, though.
I would do it. I mean, why not? I already
text her right now.
Can't get any worse.
Text Kelsey right now. See if she'll.
Do you want me to call her and see if she picks up?
Yeah. Why don't we do that? Why would we not call her? I don't know why I wasn't thinking that.
Would you guys ever roast each other?
We do every episode.
Yeah, I guess this fucking podcast is.
Guess you're right.
Pretty much.
Yeah, should we call from your phone or my phone?
Why, you don't know her?
No, I know her.
I mean, you can call.
I don't know if it was funnier if you...
Yeah, no, just see. I like we just ambush people in this. We never tell them we're calling them. Hey, you're on a party. Big bug, big meat. You have a lot of guilt, Dave. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if she...
Please leave your message for
roasted.
5-0.
Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. I was going to leave a message that I started saying. Yeah.
She roasted you again, dude.
She did.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen, so that's why I told you to call.
She sent me straight to voicemail.
Yeah. She was like, I don't know this number. It's not saved.
This must be one of the people I deleted out of my phone.
Just as a picture of little Orphan Annie on here for some reason. I don't know who that was. She's texting me right now. Please tell Dave never to call me again. All right. Well, we'll try and set that up another time, and then Louise can film it, and we can get humiliated again. She'll go deeper. Do you have a lot of guilt? Because you said, I feel guilty about this, but I don't feel like you have a lot of guilt in real. I think it's just a
like
phrase.
From life in general.
You said it about like not doing Christmas vacation.
Oh,
decorate. You said I have a lot of guilt, and then when you said that, I just kind of lost my own thoughts about thinking that I don't feel like you're a person that has a lot of guilt.
I don't have a lot of guilt when it comes to like parenting stuff. I mean, I feel a little bad. Like sometimes I wonder. Here's the bottom line: my kids are awesome kids. My kids are awesome kids, and they're happy kids. And that's whatever decisions we made and whatever things have happened in their life has gotten to them to who they are today. So I know that's cheesy, but with that said, everything's validating whatever got us here, right?
By the way, I just wanted to ask this question so you could give serious questions while dressed like this. And it's working well. I was just watching you answer this dressed like a burrito. Like, anyway, I feel really good about my parenting. All my decisions that have led up to today. Yeah, but keep going.
But I mean, sometimes I just feel like guilty about specific things. Like, if we're visiting in Florida and we're out on a boat, I'm like, I got to go on boats all the time as a kid. I feel bad my kids don't get to go on boats all the time, like things like that. I feel guilty that we don't.
Wow, your guilt's way different than mine.
Yeah.
like
sometimes
you're on a boat with your kid. Oh, it's Kelsey Cook calling me.
That'd be so
No,
funny.
it's not. It's this fucking random number that keeps calling. It says TN, not TN, Tennessee. It's like some spam shit.
Flamingos.
Yeah, you're like, you were on a boat feeling guilty about your kids not getting to go on boats.
Just life experiences, Like, I feel bad they don't
What
get
about
to.
when we had Louise on a boat? Did you feel guilty that Louise had never been on the boat?
No, it's not my fault. I felt like a hero that we were giving him those life experiences.
Yeah.
We showed Luis a good time.
Yeah, that backcountry. Not a lot of people get to go in the backcountry there.
No.
That was cool.
And so you took me out there before you took your own kids.
No, my kids
No,
have
they've
been
been
out there.
out there.
Never mind. I was just trying to make.
By the
him
way,
get
where's all the
deep again.
footage? Are they going to chop some shit up?
Yeah. What the fuck, Luis?
Show the people
It's
what's
a
up.
lot of shit to go through.
How about just one?
Nah, look. There's us swimming around, feeding the fish, fucking fruit stand. I don't know what else. Some shit, bro. Get it done. No Name Harbor. Or No Name Pub.
Like the tarpon thing?
Yeah,
that should be a lickety split.
Easy peasy. No drops today.
No.
Nope. If I say,
still gotta memorize
If I say
which one's
no
which.
drops today, which one should you be doing?
Forrest Shaw.
Nope.
No. Keep going.
No drops today? Nope. That's wrong.
What do you want from
No
me?
drops today.
Luis Castillo.
Yeah, I thought that was it, actually. Good impression.
The Mermen fetish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we
Fetish of the week.
had that one.
Fetish of the week.
we really didn't keep that one going.
It was supposed to be going Louis Castillo.
Louis Castillo.
There you go.
There it is.
That's you,
I don't wanna
baby.
believe that's the one.
That's you, baby. You have Birkenstocks on, huh?
Yeah.
Is that like they're back in or something?
I mean, I think they're still pretty popular.
Is that your Halloween costume?
I saw all sorts of youngins in Florida wearing Birkenstocks, but like out of the demographic of people that I'd see wearing Birkenstocks. Let me just say that without getting in trouble. There was like people wearing. I was like, what? Is that
A lot
thing?
of Latinos.
Latinos, some young black men, like. And they were talking about it. That's why I knew, because he goes, "Yeah, I got my new Birkenstocks." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, is that a thing? Is there like some musician that started wearing Birkenstocks?
Probably.
Reverse gentrification.
Yeah. You can't be taking our shit, bro.
I got these because my Mexican friend got some.
Yeah, dude.
Like, those are
it's a thing now.
stupid.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
Birkenstocks had a real moment where it was like the thing to have, but the problem with them
Expensive.
is they're comfortable, but they smell. If you get them dirty at all,
Yeah.
they stink.
Anyways,
And if you get them wet at all, they turn your feet like orange.
getting back to guilt. Your guilt's. I'd kill for your guilt.
Yeah.
Your guilt's great.
Yeah, I mean, I wish that we lived closer to all of our families, but that's just not a reality in a lot of people's lives. You move places and you live further away.
Yeah, but that was like not something. For me, my guilt is runs my whole life, and it's like just I believe that almost every decision I've made is. No, I shouldn't say ever. I believe a large majority of the decisions I've made have negatively impacted myself or others. And so then I feel guilty about that, and then I hold on to it forever. I don't let any of it go. Even if I think I've let it go, then I think, I'm still thinking about that. But I'm quick to forgive others. Like, I'll get I'll get upset about something or something, but I usually am just like, whatever, even in the moment, even after my Delta rant the other day, I was like, whatever, like, I'm just like, okay, let's just move on. But I don't do it for myself. That's why I said it. I'm not saying this is a negative. When you were saying you feel guilty, I'm like, I don't feel like you're a person like me that holds on to that shit.
Well, I'm a very I go into Coach Dave mode and I look for the silver lining and everything. So even I think being a stand-up comic helps you do that too, because if you got a flat tire on the side of the road, where normally if you were an accountant, the only thing that flat tire brings to your life is that it was a pain in the ass and it made you late. But when you're a comic, you at least go, oh man, I'm gonna make a bit about this, or this is like a life experience that I can use to create art. Like it's just it's something that you can throw into your vault, you know?
Yeah, well, I do that, but it doesn't help with it's guilt. Guilt.
Do you feel, are the things that you feel guilty about the big things, like maybe things you did when you were a gambling addict, or you partied too hard, or things like that, or your personal relationships, or is it more like a little things like, oh, I should have been a better, I don't know, like I should have been a better friend in this situation.
By the way, still a gambling addict, not going anywhere. But but yeah, no, it's all those things, like all like the stuff that I did to my family, like decisions I made like that, friends, things like that, like just things, and some of it's not even that major, but I'm just like, that wasn't cool. I shouldn't have done that. Or I should have done this differently. Or what the fuck was I thinking there? Yeah. A lot of it's gambling stuff, though, I would say, which is part of the problem of, I just can't afford therapy is the main thing. I think that would probably be able to work that shit out. Maybe BetterHelp was a sponsor. I don't know why we're saying it, like they're gonna be listening.
Any therapists, if you want to sponsor the podcast. So we don't have to dress up like food and talk about our feelings to each other.
Tito's vodka, that would help.
Booze helps.
Yeah, no, I don't drink that much anymore. I did drink the other night, though.
Little self-medication.
Yeah, I do that. I feel like I should do more mushrooms. Maybe ayahuasca.
Open your mind.
I think ayahuasca fucking cures everything for everybody, doesn't it? Made Ron White stop drinking. He's fucking...
Yeah.
That guy.
Your boy Aaron Rodgers, endorses it.
What a dick.
You probably have... Here's the thing.
You think
when I was a kid,
I'm gonna have more in common with Aaron Rodgers than I do him?
I bet you'd really like him. Actually,
I don't have anything in common with him. He's a world-class athlete. Let's start with that. I'm not. So that right away, we're on different. We've had different trajectories in life. Everything's. You want to talk about privilege? Just his athletic ability. I think his privilege has been this whole life. And there's nothing. I'm not knocking him for that. That's not why I'm not knocking him. That's what you get when you're one of the best quarterbacks of all time. I would give him his flowers for that. He's just a fucking, like, if I was in that position, I would want to be like the Shaquille O'Neal variety of it, where you're like, hey, I'm going to be a super generous person and always be kind and never fucking talk shit. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of be fun to be around. Hey, my God. And he has chosen this other path where he is going to be a dickhead.
I thought you said
the continuing saga of Aaron Rodgers on this podcast. I think that was way more eloquently put than my rant, but that
made more sense.
Yeah. I think
you'd both be fun to hang out with
together.
Yeah,
get us in a room. I'll ruin all your guys. You don't want that happening, because as soon as that happens, I'll ruin whatever relationship you have. Don't let that happen.
I don't think you would. I think in the moment you would just
conform. Think me and Aaron Rodgers are going to be... Nah,
but then you would feel guilty about it.
There's some things you know me well, and there's other things you don't know. I'm not going to conform in that situation.
And then was that one of the things you would feel guilty about? Like, why was I so mad? I should have just gotten to know this guy before I was mad at him. He's a stranger, and I let him affect my life.
No. I would definitely feel guilty about that, but I would feel guilty about embarrassing you and whoever else I embarrassed.
I appreciate that, because I've been mad about it.
Yeah. No, I would feel guilty in that situation, because I would look and be, because only way I'm going to be in a room with Aaron Rodgers is through somebody that knows him. So it would be like you, Bert. I'm not saying that I'm on tour, but it's just like if it just happened that was some coincidence that happened, and then I would embarrass all you guys. And
that would have been bad.
And then I would feel like, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just taken a breather there. But I don't like do that.
Because that's a moment where I get anxiety, because I have this thing like where I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to like each other. And when I first started dating my wife and I'd throw big parties in my house, my wife would be like, why are you ignoring me at parties? Like, do you not want to be with me? Like, are you embarrassed of me? I'm like, no, I want to be with you more than anyone. I go, but I have to go check in with everyone and make sure everyone's having a blast and introduce people to people that they should know. And I have to make sure everyone's having fun. It's just like who I am. And once she realized that, she was cool. Like she knew that I was gonna barely be around at parties. I'm just gonna be
fucking
working
annoying, dude.
It's ingrained in me. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, ingrained. Well, guilt. Guilt, baby. It's the fucking worst. I think it's very detrimental to your health. Definitely your mental health. But one day I'll work it out.
All right.
Like 60 or 70. I'll be like, hey, I feel free. I feel loose. Gotta do ayahuasca. Maybe I'll do ayahuasca.
Should do ayahuasca. Well, let's bring it back around to Halloween. Do you like scary movies?
I thought you wanted to talk about something serious in these costumes.
We've done it.
Okay. I like scary movies.
Do you remember
Yeah.
a movie when you were a kid that scared you like out of your mind? I remember two.
Nightmare on Elm Street when I first saw
Oh
it.
yeah,
That
Nightmare on Elm Street was a terrifying concept because as a kid, you're just like,
You can't fall asleep.
yeah, you can't escape the like. If
Great
you were a little
writing.
scared, you could be like, oh, I can go to bed and have nice dreams. But then you're like, that's where he's gonna get me.
Yeah. You can't fall asleep. So then I remember watching and being like, and then you're just going to be super tired. And then eventually you'll fall asleep. And are you asleep or you're not asleep? And fucking poor Johnny Depp.
Yeah, it was a real.
Fucking got all bloodied up.
It was a
on
real
his
mind
ceiling.
F back then. Yeah.
And that was a scary one. And then Poltergeist 2. Because they had that weird guy that was walking down the sidewalks. Anytime anyone's singing a song that's creepy in a scary movie, that's scary.
I don't remember Poltergeist.
It was
too.
like, hey,
they're coming for you.
no, it was like, he is coming to, God is in his holy temple. Like he would sing some religious scary song. Like, double whammy for me. But yeah, if there's any singing, I'm fucking, I don't know, scary singing, I'm out. Scared. I'll watch it. I'm scared. I'm scared.
I was pretty young, and I did a sleepover at my friend Natalie's house, and we watched Night of the Living Dead, so zombie movie.
Zombies don't scare me.
And
Because you know why zombies don't scare me? I look at them, I'm like, anytime I'm like, people aren't outrunning them, I'm like, how?
yeah, but when this new generation of zombie movies came out and the zombies are fast, that's terrifying.
That one, I get that, but that's just, they made it up now.
Yeah.
Let's stick with what zombies are. They're slow.
Yeah, they're slow.
Yeah. And
But they just don't stop. They just relentlessly.
they have to go slow because they need to conserve their energy. They can't just run. So when you have your World War Z's and your The Last of Us and stuff, they just made that shit up.
Yeah.
So it's not valid. The rest of them, it's like on Walking Dead, they're like running and then they're running, and then they stop and then they're pretty close. And I'm like, come on, the TV physics to me is like.
Well, the funniest is how the zombies sneak up on them. They're just like, I think we're safe, and then it's like, "Rrr." It's like
Yeah.
you didn't see them in the forest. Like you didn't hear the leaves rustling as they drug their feet up to you.
Forget that. They have constant sleep apnea. They're all like, and then you're like, well, hey, everything's fine. And plus, then there's not gonna be there's no airplanes or cars. Like you'd hear everything.
You know, as a kid though, you know what wigged me out about the zombie thing is in the original Night of the Living Dead, the guy survives the night. He boards himself up and he survives the night, right? And then at the end of the movie is him digging himself out, like in the daylight hours, digging himself out to see what's going on in the world, right? Because the zombies are gone at that point.
Yeah.
And he comes out and some guys are coming over the hill, like a militia is coming over the hill, and they see him and they think he's a zombie and they shoot him in the head. And so the guy survived the night of zombies and he still got killed. And as a kid, I was like, wait, it's supposed to have a happy ending. What? Huh?
Spoiler alert.
And then the other one,
that's the whole twist, dude.
yeah, the other one. Well, it was from like the 70s, so if you haven't seen it by now, that's not
Yeah,
my
but
fault.
it's scary movies. You don't have to seen them by now. They're supposed to be.
I
whenever you
don't
wanna watch
feel
them.
bad about
Have
it.
you seen that one, Louise?
I'm glad we did
What
this
was the
episode
name of it?
before
Night of the
lunch.
Living Dead.
No, I know the name,
No need
but
to see it now.
Louise, have you ever seen a black and white movie?
I have.
Okay.
What kind of question was that?
I don't know.
Why'd
Sometimes,
you ask that?
just sometimes Louise has funny little quirks about his exposure to the world.
Don't act like we were in the age of black and white movies. We grew up with color movies.
Yeah, but
color
we've
TV.
seen a lot of them.
A decent amount, but not a lot.
I'm just saying, nothing surprises me when.
What's a black and white movie you've seen?
Let me tell you why I asked that from Louise. Because a typical answer by Louise would have been, "What do you mean black and white?" Like he wouldn't have even been aware that
You think he wouldn't know where that there was black and white television in movies?
Yeah, he's done that to us several times. Things where we were
I know
like,
what you're referring to, but this is a different thing.
all right, sorry I insulted you, Luis.
What did you study in college, Louise?
Film production.
Yeah,
Okay.
You don't think you
That's
would have
fair.
seen
Yeah,
a
all right.
black and white movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I bet, okay, can I rephrase? I bet if he studied math, he wouldn't know what I'm talking about.
Maybe, but I knew what he studied. That's why I was like,
All right, well then, we're on
maybe
the
you should
same
pay
page.
attention to what he studied. Do you know what school he went to?
No. I don't think I was gonna make a joke, but I don't know if it's
Yeah, guess.
what school did you go to?
Guess.
And please make it fit your costume as well right now.
Yeah. Yeah, hint. Your costume.
We went to culinary school,
No, but that's a hint is your costume.
USC, UCLA.
No.
Wait, what's the hint? I don't even get it.
I was just trying to throw him off.
Oh, did you go to school in Mexico?
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
University of Guadalajara.
Why did you say it with an accent?
You're supposed to. It's respectful. Where'd you go to school?
Northridge, California State University,
All right.
America. Just to be clear.
Yeah, there was no hint. I was just trying to throw him off.
Yeah,
I was trying to
it's
make
not
him say
fair.
something Mexican.
And then there was another.
That's where Kelly went too. Did you go to
Yeah.
school with her there?
No.
At the same time?
Not
No.
that I know of.
You guys aren't the same. I don't know what ages you guys are. Yeah. Anyways.
Tales from the Crypt was always scary, and I remember there was one where these teenagers went swimming in a lake, and there was this blob, this like film on and then that would like eat them, and that scared me just because I spent so much time in the water as a kid, and I was like, that's a terrifying notion.
Too bad your kids will never get to experience that time in the water.
Yeah, that's true. I feel guilty about that. What about? Isn't there a movie coming out about killer manatees? Are you all over that?
Oh yeah, last episode I think the Naughty Mermaid, mentioned
yeah.
something, and then I had seen that somewhere. Maybe she sent it to us. I don't remember, but I had seen that there's a movie about. Let me see what it.
What was it called? No Wake Zone?
No, great.
Yeah, that's what you said it was called. Manatee killer movie, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Manatee no wakes. If you put in no wake zone, it's just going to tell you what that is. Because that's like a thing for manatees called no wake zone. Did you know that?
No.
It's you didn't know that, Dave?
That it's called
No
that?
no wake zone?
I know what it means.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, so there's all these speed restrictions
You got to slow down.
in certain areas and certain times of year where you can't go fast because manatees are there for wintering and they're feeding in those areas. So the boats have to go idle speed, which means no wake. You're not throwing up any little waves or wake at all. And so I guess that's why they called that this. This is Attack of the Killer Manatee. That was 1997. So that can't be that. But there's already a movie directed by Wes Horn. Who's Wes Horn? That sounds familiar. I'll get back to that. This is Killer Manatee movie will be made in Tampa. No Wake Zone will shoot over 13 days in January and February. They applied for incentive, shoot for 13 days. A mutated manatee that terrorizes Tampa Bay. Speaking of Tampa Bay, January 11th through 14th.
Hey, we're going to be there.
Sunshine Comedy Festival.
Wait, are those dates? 11th to 14th?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to be there when they're shooting this. We got to contact these people.
Let's see if we get a cameo. What's the production company?
I'm just reading it right now to you.
If you guys get a cameo, like I actually think it could be possible.
Yeah, I can, dude. You know how
course,
easy
I
it
worked with
you know how
manatees.
easy it would have been to get into
I'm
Sharknado. Like,
It's at Toxic Pictures as the production company, and they're going to spend around $800,000 in the county.
tell them we'll do it for free.
According to the application, via 637 hotel room nights, 26 residence crew. Think Sharknado with heart.
See?
And better looking locations.
That's a direct shot at LA.
Fire over the bow. Silly premise aside, it looks to be a fun, tongue-in-cheek horror comedy that is only going to put locals to work. Not only put locals, but show off our beautiful waterways throughout Tampa Bay. So there's not much else there. It's called No Wake Zone.
What's the
But this one was in '97, Attack of the Killer Manatees. I don't know how I don't know. They don't have like fangs. They have like molars way back in there. Then they have like the prehensile lips.
maybe
so they can-
he'll like hurt you with like blunt trauma. Just boom.
Look at this picture though. This is from Attack of the Killer Manatee. There's just a manatee.
What
Yeah.
Wait, they're already making it?
No, that's from 97. Teens on a camping trip find the old road to a boat ramp has been mysteriously removed.
Oh, this is a remake?
No, this is a different one. They trek through the woods until they find when the road picks up again. When they get to the end of the line, they find a nuclear power plant.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? That's not a bad look. That is probably what they're doing in Tampa, too. They might be that they're remaking this because manatees will congregate in the winter at power plants, whether they're nuclear or
because of the heat, maybe?
Because the water that shoots off of the turbines, that all the heat is warmed. Now, most of the nuclear power plants, they have cooling canals so that the water doesn't mix with the other water because they don't want any sort of radioactivity to get into. So they don't usually go near those type of power plants, but there's some in Florida that they go near that one Turkey Point down there, and there could be leakage or something like that. But that is a good premise, though, because they can get mutated by the radioactivity. I like where they're going with this. We got to contact this company.
Yeah, we got to find. Did you find the production company?
I just told you it's called Toxic.
Oh, that's
Toxic something. Right here, where is it? Toxic Pictures.
Here's I found an article. Rejected titles for Tampa Bay's Killer Manatee movie.
Look up Toxic Productions.
Wait, is this supposed to be a joke?
Louise. Did you find them? What else have they done?
They might have done Sharknado.
Toxic Pictures, right? Not Productions.
Well, yeah, they said productions in this, but it could be pictures. Yeah.
If you say Sharknado, I think I have a
Toxic Pictures. Yeah, this other article says Toxic Pictures.
Somebody wrote, "No Wake Zone is cool, but have the filmmakers considered the title Lump Scare?"
I don't get that because jump scare. Yeah, I got it, but it's no good.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, peace out. So we got to get in this movie. Like once they find out who we are and what we're
Cash
about.
Sea Cow.
Look, but no
Small fins, big sins. A portly revenge. 1,000-pound haunting. These are terrible. Who wrote this article?
What? These are the names?
These are like other ideas.
Hold on a second here. Here, I've got a. Here, give me that. Give me the thing. Give me the cord for the.
Oh, yeah. Are you gonna call?
No, this is the trailer for Attack of the Killer Manatees official trailer here.
Oh, here's a good one. Let us begin the killings.
Here we go. Ready? This was the other movie official trailer.
This was the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, this already looks high production value. They make this music on a kid's xylophone.
Very scary. Spawned by a
catastrophe so horrifying.
Yeah.
My kid can make better graphics than on an iPad now.
It threatened to upset the balance of nature. And what does look like Florida? They said lake for the entire planet. Wow, this is good. Have you ever seen anything that's this well produced? All right.
Did Luis make this in film school at Northridge?
What was it? What does that say? Carnivorous crabs. So, like crabs. Crabs are carnivorous.
Oscillating oysters.
Yeah. Flesh-eating mud.
This isn't real.
Seems pretty calm. All right. Wow, some tits.
Oh.
Some boobs. Wow. Well, there it is. There's a... I don't know what's... Okay.
Hey.
Some sex.
He's going down.
Sex. Attack of the Killer Manatee. I didn't see one fucking manatee in there.
That's the jump scare.
That movie... come on.
Putting it in my queue right now.
Let me just tell you right now, on IMDb, it has a That movie looked fucking terrible. I don't know. We should make our own movie. Our own manatee movie.
All right. Nanny Mermaid just sent in her
5.7.
Helene Peel also sent in a deforestation payment.
Do you have a number for Toxic Pictures? Yeah.
I mean, this might be their first movie from what I'm realizing. Their Facebook is their only official like website, technically.
All right, so let's contact them. If you had a phone number,
They have 100 followers on Instagram. I think we could reach out very easily.
tell them, give them my resume. Don't give them Dave's.
Just send them the tour poster of him on the manatee, and they're gonna know we're perfect with this.
Let them know I have a lot of experience. I could even consult, but I'll tell them what they're doing wrong.
Toxic profile
What they're doing
pictures.
right.
Oh no, that's a different thing. Toxic Productions.
Since you're not doing first quarter, I'm gonna do a sip each time.
Yeah. All right, where we at? We gonna wrap this up or what?
Very soon. But quickly, I mean, just Halloween, I wanted to say a random fun fact. I don't think I've ever told you guys.
Oh, I want to contribute.
Yeah, look who's awake and working all of a sudden.
Oh, fun fact. We'll see if it's fun and a fact. Let's hear it.
My uncle, not blood related, but he married my aunt. He has been the stunt double for Jason Voorhees in Freddy vs. Jason.
Whoa.
He was just the stunt double for Michael Myers in the new Halloween movies. He's Bigfoot from the beef jerky commercials, Sasquatch.
no way.
Messing with Sasquatch, yep. That's him.
How come he hasn't been on our podcast?
Yeah, we haven't heard this before.
Yeah. Could have been perfect.
Hook us up, dog.
Would have been perfect for a Halloween podcast.
Fuck.
I would have done this whole episode with Bigfoot as a guest.
Yeah, or just
Just
even
going,
talking about. Yeah. Oh yeah, because he just makes sounds, right?
Yeah.
And he throws people.
Well, Jason doesn't say anything. Wait, Michael Myers.
No,
neither of them say anything.
How do you get that? How do you get that job to be the guy who just gets to put on a costume and not say anything? Like, what makes him qualified?
They're like, they're like, oh, I know a
He's
pretty
tall.
good actor,
That's what
and
makes
then he shows up and like, oh my gosh, we got to put a mask on your face. Is he ugly?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Good for him, man. He found a little niche.
Like, so he's done all of the ones.
Yeah. Because he's always been a horror fan, so he was already like
Yeah.
having relationships, and he just got. I mean, I don't want to say he got lucky because he's been working.
Well,
but
there's always a matter of luck with all of this.
Yeah,
so,
there's always
there's nothing
luck.
wrong with
I
it.
mean,
he has a.
Me and
good
Forrest wish we've
network.
gotten luckier along the way. Like,
yeah. You were lucky to meet us.
yeah.
Look at us luck.
We changed your life.
Luck's a funny word.
We changed your life.
Nah.
He was a Slee Stack in the Land of the Lost with Will
Oh
Ferrell.
yeah, Slee Stacks.
Yep. He's done a lot. Done a lot.
Well,
But
happy
he's
Halloween.
always something. He's always something that's scary.
Yeah. He was a werewolf in like one of the Conjuring movies.
Like he's never been like a thing that's not talking that you're like, yeah, pretty nice guy.
I mean, that stuff's all impressive, but has he ever been a food item?
What does that mean? Are you referring to us now?
Yeah. Could he pull this off? Is what I'm
Roasted.
saying.
Roasted Luis's uncle.
Wait, you're doing
You
this.
got-
Wait, you're doing this. What does a taco do? Crunch, 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 crunch.
just falls on your shirt.
Diarrhea.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Is that not a?
Gonna end the fucking episode. Yeah.
That's not a taco.
So I
saying.
think you need to have that uncle call in sometime.
Yeah.
Let him do that. Is he Mexican?
Nope.
Cuban?
He's white as hell.
Oh,
we're
he
gonna
married
call it
it.
Cuban.
Remember, he said he married it.
Douglas Tate.
We'll definitely talk to him. Why wouldn't you have him call us before?
Yeah, we
was
want to be his
Mexican.
buddies.
White podcast. And
That's cool.
what about your other uncle? We gotta have him come in for the gay test.
yeah.
We're supposed to have done that a long time ago.
Maybe for the Valentine's Day episode.
What was one of them again?
How do you check your fingernails?
Oh yeah, like this or like this. Right?
Like this is, yeah, like that.
Oh.
This is the right way, right?
See, you guys.
How do I check him?
I think caring about that makes you fail the test. Like,
How do I check him? I go
By
like this.
fail,
I scratch my
I
butt
mean-
and then I go. Solely that could be gay too. Who knows?
not that there's anything wrong with that. Support you.
Forrestshaw.net. I have shows in Austin on the 15th of November at Cap City Comedy Club.
Cool.
I got a show on the 15th. Amos Gill's gonna be on that show too.
Nice.
Come on out, bro.
I saw Amos the other day.
Yeah.
It happened too quick though. I didn't say hi.
What? Where'd you see him?
Playa Vista. He was walking out of a restaurant.
Yeah, he lives right there.
Oh, there we go.
He lives right near there. Was he walking with his girlfriend?
Yep.
Monica, and you didn't say hi, huh? Why?
It happened so fast.
Wow.
I don't even think he knows.
He doesn't
who I
listen
am.
to the podcast. So it doesn't matter. Yeah. Funny comic.
I'm gonna be in October. No, I'm sorry. I'm
You
gonna
are
be
in October.
I'm
right
gonna-
now.
I think I've been constricted. There's
Are you shell
blood.
shocked?
Yeah. Hey, finally got one.
Roasted. No one's listening anymore. This is-
Yeah, we lost them a long time ago on
this
this
is the
podcast.
After, oh, you didn't like this one? I liked it.
It was fun.
Where'd
I'm
you
going to be
rank?
in Orlando at the Improv on December 27th. I'm going to be in Vegas. I'm going to be in Winnipeg, Canada in December as well. I'm going to be in Cherokee, North Carolina in November. DaveWilliamsonComedy.com.
What are you there? Is there a casino there or something?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all Cherokee is there.
Yep.
Maggie Valley.
Let me tell you why I got good buddies though. I was kind of dreading that week. I'm like, ugh, but I just want to go run my set for a whole week, and I'm like, it's a good paycheck, whatever.
Comedy Zone.
And a couple of my buddies from high school are gonna come meet me there and play golf. So I'm like, nice. That turns into a good week all of a sudden.
You're right near the most visited national park in the country.
Well, it's about to get more visited because I'm gonna go visit it.
Do you want to quiz that? What's the most visited national park in the United States?
I'm gonna say.
I just gave you a hint because I said that is right near where it's going.
I was looking at my uncle's credit. Sorry, Yosemite.
No.
Shit. Sequoia.
Do you know where Dave's going to perform? Cherokee, somewhat.
In October.
Cherokee, what have you? What's the state?
I don't know.
North Carolina.
Appalachian.
No.
I hear you're not supposed to whistle in that.
North Carolina. What is it? National park?
I don't know.
Are we going to that LAX tacos place? Should we wear these?
Smoky Mountains.
Should we wear these?
No, I'm not wearing these. All right, done.
You think I'll get a free taco if I walk in like this?
Done. Bye.
For they are the mermen.